I'm Kayla,
And I'm Haley.
and we majored in English for this.
For this?
Alright, this week we read Frostbite by Richelle Mead, Book 2 in the Vampire Academy series. This episode's
Also
coming.
catty. They are catty, to be fair.
This episode is coming to you fairly late because if you saw our Instagram story, my audio got jacked up, all messed up. Like it was bad. Like it wasn't like just like a portion of it was missing. It was like every
Random
5 seconds.
sections.
Yeah, that I couldn't just re-record. And it was the same issue that happened with our Six of Crows episode. So hopefully this is working correctly. I'm keeping an eye now on my audio position and then the tracking.
So we can fix it if it happens. Right away.
Yes. Okay. So, this book came out on April 10th, 2008. I was 11, Haley was 12.
Word.
And the first book came out just like 8 months before. So, we were in 6th grade for both of these two books coming out.
She was just popping them out.
Like every year she popped a book out.
I was gonna make a not kosher joke, so
Was it about babies?
we'll move on. It was about babies and the kind of people that have a lot of babies. It's fine
no.
though.
Okay, I still haven't watched the movie. It's gonna happen at some point.
It is. I'm gonna finish it, and maybe we should like both do like a reels on Instagram talking about it separately. That's a good idea.
Maybe. If you have cable, it was airing today on the Sci-Fi Channel. I just thought I'd promo that. It's a nearly 2-hour long movie. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I really don't know if I have the patience for that.
It's a quick watch. It goes fast because it's just all the fuck over the place, you know.
Okay. It has 5.5 stars on IMDb. That horrible Mortal Instruments movie has a better rating, and I hated that movie. So, like, have you seen that movie yet?
I've seen the movie, but it was forever ago. Like
You
I think
have
it was.
to watch it. It's so bad.
I know I've seen it, and I remember how horrible it was. I think I watched it like when I was babysitting one time after the kids went to sleep or something.
I saw it in theaters. Did you just do a
No,
spit
you
take?
did not. I almost had beer through my nose, dude.
I did in fact see it in theaters.
Wow.
Yeah, I left the theater mad. Let me open my Diet Pepsi. Did you see the Peeps Pepsi?
No, I didn't. I saw your tweet about it though.
Peeps and Pepsi teamed up to make a Peeps flavored Pepsi, except they're not selling it in stores. You have to enter the giveaway to win some. Which,
That's
like,
lame.
give me the Peepsy. Give me the
I bet they'll
Peepsy.
do it like after a while. You know what I mean? Like they'll do this promotion and then they'll sell them
Like,
in stores.
or like
Okay.
maybe Pepsi.com, if you just like let people buy it from your website, I would buy some and film a TikTok
Right.
about it.
Like you don't have to fucking go deliver it to the stores. I will buy it from your website.
Yeah. This whole Peepsy conversation, not scripted. Some of the things I have are scripted. Okay. Also, The Host by Stephanie Meyer, the stars Saoirse Ronan, has a higher rating than the Vampire Academy movie.
See, that makes sense to me because I feel like everybody thought The Host was going to be like the better Stephanie Meyer movie, and so
But it was
or
so
they had
poorly
only
acted.
they only had to compare it to Twilight, so it's like, well, then yeah, it's better than Twilight, you know. Everybody's looking at it through rose-colored glasses.
I feel like the host was definitely more Mormon propaganda than Twilight was. Like, she went a little too hard.
Goddamn.
Maybe someday we'll read The Host, not today.
I
I found
haven't. I own it.
I've also read it. So
Oh,
also
okay.
I just said how I talked about how the Mortal Instruments movie. I'm recording this in my guest bedroom, and that's where I keep all my DVDs. I'm literally staring at the Mortal Instruments DVD right now
Nice.
because I own it on DVD. Okay.
Incredible.
So this is our first time reading this book. Not our first time discussing it. If my jokes don't land that well with Haley, it's because Haley's already heard all my jokes.
And Kayla's already heard mine, so I'm gonna have to come up with some new material this time.
Yeah, that's what the Peepsy's about. Okay. So, this series makes me super nostalgic for House of Night. Maybe 2022 will be the year we finally read House of Night because that's what birthed this podcast, House of Night. So,
Maybe. I still don't know if I can fucking do it, dude.
like I feel like it would just be like because the thing is about House of Night is I would enjoy myself while reading it because nostalgia, but also
Right.
I know I knew when I was like 13 reading those books that they were whack.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's like from the outset, I was like, these books. I'm hate reading these books from the get. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so I wrote down all of the books of the main House of Night novels. There's 12 of them. Marked, Betrayed, Chosen, Untamed, Hunted, Tempted, Burned, Awakened, Destined, Hidden, Revealed, Redeemed.
God damn.
12 books in 7 years.
What do you think those authors are doing now? That mother daughter duo. What do you think they're
Mother
even
daughter
doing?
duo. Maybe the daughter has kids. Maybe it's going to be a mother daughter granddaughter duo.
Oh my
Trio.
god. That would
Imagine.
be amazing.
Oh my god. The daughter was 19 when they started publishing the books.
Wow.
Yeah.
That concerns me. Just
Um
because of the content.
yeah. And then the other House of Night
Okay.
books, we have Loved, Lost, Forgotten, Found. And then the novellas, Dragon's Oath, Linobia's Vow, Neferet's Curse, Colonna's Fall. I love how I'm like, I know those are characters, but I don't know who they were.
I don't remember any of these people.
And then the Fledgling Handbook, Nyx in the House of Night, Mythology Folklore, House of Night Legacy, and Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards, a 50 card deck and guidebook. But they literally put out a new book in the House of Night series in 2020. There are more House of Night related novels than Shadowhunters.
That's nuts.
That's like too many.
She's out here trying to outdo CC. It'll never happen, but
It'll never happen. Uh there was something else that we had mentioned that I want to talk about here. I forgot it. It's out of my brain. I don't remember.
out of my brain, unimportant.
Oh, this is what I would. No, that's not what I want to talk about. Okay, apparently, the rights for House of Night were purchased, and they were gonna make 5 movies. But as of 2009, there were no future. So in 2000, hold on. Okay, this quote does not make sense on Wikipedia. I'm gonna read it to you. In November 2011, it was announced that the film rights to The House of Night had been acquired by producer Samuel Hadida's production company, Davis Films, with Lionsgate having the distribution rights, with plans for 5 movies created and an outline of the screenplay written. However, as of 2009, there were no known future plans for the movies, and the contract for the rights to the movies expired in the fall of 2020. So I think that 2009 must be a typo because there's no way for them to decide they weren't going to do it in 2009 and then but they announced it in 2011.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a typo.
Yeah. And then apparently there are graphic novels of House of Night. Okay, we're done talking about House of Night. I'm sorry. Okay, Vampire Academy. We talked at length in the original recording. We'll keep referencing the original recording. That all of the Vampire Academy reading levels for like AR are like fourth grade reading level, and I believe it.
I believe it too, but I do not want a fourth grader reading these books in any
Mm-mm.
world.
Nope, 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 nope. Rose said fuck in the first book. I don't think she said it this book.
It's. I don't know what to say about that.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either. Okay. So, what happened here? I had not an inkling of an idea of what would occur this book, not an iota of
Me
idea.
either. Me
Like,
either.
I still haven't started the next book, still no idea what's going to happen in that book. Like, I can guess a couple things, but nothing really.
Yesterday I said I was 25% of the way through, and I picked it up last night. Guess how far I am?
15%.
9%. So, sorry about that. Bit of an over exaggeration there.
Yeah. Alright, I like the way the book starts. Things die, but they don't always stay dead. Believe me, I know. I like this quote. It's a good way to start the book. But then the
I
rest of the
agree.
book happens. I'm not
Aw.
necessarily hate reading this book. I'm not enjoying it, but it is compelling me.
I know. There's just something about it that you just gotta keep reading, you know?
Yeah. So far, I like it more than the Blue Bloods books, which just got me canceled with Haley.
It's fine. It's alright. I
Like,
forgive you.
Richelle definitely has like a better idea of what she's doing than Melissa did.
Yeah,
Melissa got caught
for
up in the
sure.
aesthetics. And
Yeah, she
Richelle,
kind of just said, I want hot vampires in Manhattan, and that's it. And they're
yeah.
descended from angels. That's it.
And Richelle, like, she knows has that like prep school click. Remember we talked about click before? We're never reading those books. But like the
Never.
never. The click like style of vampire books. She knew what she was gonna write. And like I
Right.
respect that.
I
So
agree.
yeah. Okay. So we get the recap on the Moroi and Strigoi, what Dampiers are. Rose gives us like the full rundown of the last book in the first 8 pages, a waste of my time. We also get the Dimitri info dump. And then I love this little part right here. By the way, my name's Rose Hathaway. I'm 17 years old, training to protect and kill vampires. In love with a completely unsuitable boy, and have a best friend whose weird magic could drive her crazy. Hey, no one said high school was easy.
Hey, you might be wondering how I got here.
Like, it's like such a like
Uh,
Hillary Duff moment, if
I
that makes
know. It's
sense.
so early 2000s Disney
I
original
know.
movie.
I know. Decom.
It's decom energy.
Vampire Academy wants to be a decom. Okay, I love that for you, Rose. Okay. Book proper starts with Alyssa telling Rose that her meds aren't as effective as before, and oh spaghetti-o! But also, Rose is about to take the qualifier to become a guardian, except we're never told what the qualifier is.
We just know that it's some kind of test. That's all we get.
Yeah. So she leaves with Dimitri to go meet with Arthur Schoenberg, a famous guardian. So they get to the place and, uh-oh, Haley! The Moroi family and Arthur Schoenberg have been killed by Strigoi working with humans. This changes everything.
It's so dramatic.
Very Manson family murder style, someone wrote in the mirror. Poor, poor Badikas. So few left. One royal family nearly gone, others to follow. It's just
I
so
just love
awkward.
that the others to follow just kills me. Like, what is this? An update at your job? More
Like,
information to follow. Like what?
like I really wish they had like did a rhyme scheme here,
I
something
know some
fun.
kind of fucking rhyme.
Like the Manson family
Poem, anything.
murders, theirs were what Die Piggy Die or
Yeah, something
Pouty
like that.
Piggy. Death to pigs, that's what it was.
Death to pigs, and then
Helter Skelter.
yeah, which those are like cool and edgy.
Yeah, but like they were just trying to make it. They were trying to blame the murders of the Black Panthers
Jesus. Uh,
because. Okay, more info dumping about Charles Manson. He thought that there was going to be like an actual race war.
well,
Well, okay. So Rose and Dimitri go back to campus. Rose seeks out Lissa and Christian and gives them the update. Very shocking. Anyways, the next day there's some hubbub with the novices. For winter break, the entire school's going to a ski resort to make sure everyone is protected. But Rose can't bring herself to be excited about it because, an entire family was murdered for this trip.
we are going because people were murdered, but I am psyched to hit the slopes.
I've never been skiing once in my life. No,
I
wait, that
love
is a
skiing. It's
lie.
so fun.
No, I haven't been skiing, but I have been down a snow slope in like an inner tube. Does that count?
It doesn't, but I like your enthusiasm.
Sorry, we're from like the flattest state in the world.
I know. I think we went up to Wisconsin or Michigan. I can't remember where we went, but
I don't know. Okay. So Rose and Dimitri train, but mostly it's her learning how to use her silver stake without like actually using it.
right.
Rose and Mason go to bodyguard class, and oh my, Rose's mom is a guest speaker. And then Rose gets annoyed. They get into it in class, and then Stan kicks Rose out of class, and her mom confronts her in the hallway. I do not like her mom. You can be a badass guardian and still talk to your kid, Janine. Like, you
Right.
can
It's
write a
like
letter.
you could write a letter. Do you work 24/7? Like, do you not have off days where you could give her a ring? Come on.
Like, yeah, you could write her a letter, send her birthday presents, not
Rude
project
as
your
fuck.
problems upon her.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So more Rose and Dimitri stake training. They get into it about her mom, and then he takes her to where Christian and Lissa are ice skating with Christian's aunt Tasha. She had been attacked by Christian's Strigoi parents, and she has scars on her face from it. But the incident made her realize she needed to protect herself more, and now knows self-defense. Her and Dimitri are gonna go to Missoula to buy clothes and gifts that night. Tasha and Dimitri. And Dimitri's going as her guardian because she doesn't have a guardian.
I
But
don't
the
know why I
next
laughed
day,
at that.
yeah, it's kind of sad actually.
It is. Everyone's like, fuck her. We don't even care. Hope she dies.
Ooh, yeah. So the next morning at practice, Dimitri isn't there to train Rose because like he like just had to go to Missoula. So, but it's her mom who's going to train her. Which, Dimitri, why did you ask Janine? Now I'm just like questioning, like, why would you ask her mom? Like, they got beef.
I know. It's rude. Maybe he was like forced proximity. Maybe they'll fucking make up.
Who knows?
Didn't
Okay.
happen.
Anyways, they spar and get in a huge argument, and her mom accidentally punches her in the face, knocks her out cold. She has a horrible black eye. Great.
Really nice.
Yeah, so Rose has to stay out of class all day because like she's fucking out of it because she got knocked out cold. And then as she's leaving, Mia, oh lovely Mia, is a fucking bitch about it. She's like, "Your mom punched you," and it's like, "Who told you that?"
She just knows everything. She has like cameras hidden or something.
Like, if she gets a redemption arc, not about it.
I think that she probably is going to, but
Oh, why? Okay. So Rose goes and sees Lissa and gives her the 411. They start talking about Lissa's powers. Lissa's been doing research on it. And they, anyways, Lissa goes to see Christian and they start hooking up. And Rose gets pulled into Lissa's mind. She's like jealous and weird. And it was like, oh no, I should not be here. And like gets out of there as soon as the condom gets broken out. It's like
what
so
a weird
unsexy. It's so
I know.
unsexy.
But also what a weird Like every time Lissa has strong emotions, she gets sucked into her brain. Isn't that
Like, I
kind
think
of
it's supposed
weird?
to be a protection thing. So, like, when it's, like, her being, like, afraid and something's gonna happen to her, Rose will know where she's at. But when they're
Right, I
fucking,
guess. But when she's horny, what does she need protected from when she's horny?
getting dicked down? Okay. So the next morning,
God.
Rose goes to training, comes across Mason, they flirt. Then Dimitri comes by, and like Dimitri comes by, like she goes to her lessons. Dimitri like tentatively touches her black eye. It's very sensual. Rose taunts him a little, and then they make out. And Dimitri's like, "We can't do that," and Rose is like, "We'll see about that." And I'm
Okay,
really
Rose, what the fuck?
And I'm really torn because, like, horny brain says, yeah, Dimitri and Rose should fuck. My adult brain says, I'm also 24 and I do not want to be in a room with a 17-year-old, let alone make out with one.
Yeah, icky.
Yeah. Okay. Dimitri avoids her after that and cancels the next 2 days of their lessons before break. So they have a Christmas party, and Dimitri's there talking to Tasha, Christian's aunt. Rose is eavesdropping, and she's like very pissy about it. And then
Yeah.
Lissa gives Rose her Christmas present. I opened the box and stared inside. It was a string of maroon colored beads with the scent of roses floating out. What the? I lifted the beads out, and a heavy gold crucifix swung from the end of them. She'd given me a chakoi. It was similar to a rosary, only smaller, bracelet sized. Are you trying to convert me? I asked wryly. Lissa wasn't a religious nut or anything, but she believed in God and attended church regularly. Like many Moroi families who'd come from Russia and Eastern Europe, she was an Orthodox Christian. Me? I was pretty much an Orthodox agnostic. I figured God probably exists, but I didn't have the time or energy to investigate. Lissa respected that and never tried to push her faith on me, which made the gift that much weirder. Flip it over, she said, clearly amused at my shock. I did. On the back of the cross, a dragon wreathed in flowers had been carved into the gold. The Dragomir crest. I looked up at her, puzzled. It's a family heirloom, she said. One of my dad's good friends has been saving boxes of his stuff. This was in it. It belonged to my great grandmother's guardian. Liz, I said, the Chakoi took on a whole new meaning. You can't give me something like this. Well, I certainly can't keep it. It's meant for a guardian. My guardian.
Aww,
It's so nice. Okay.
cute.
Okay. Then Rose's mom shows up and sours everything.
Sucks ass.
Um, the party breaks up and Janine follows Rose out to talk to her. And like Janine like follows her up to her room and like looks at her all of her stuff. It's really weird.
It is kind of strange.
And then Janine gives her a present. I knew it immediately. This is an evil eye stone. Like, so I have like this whole quote. Basically, evil eye, it's like someone gives you the evil eye, they're cursing you. So people made talismans that are also called evil eyes or nazars in Turkish. And they're small discs or balls consisting of concentric blue and white circles, usually from inside to outside, dark blue, light blue, white, dark blue, representing an evil eye, are common apotropic talismans in West Asia. So,
Nice.
yeah. So they talk some more, and then Rose puts away a dress that Tasha had gotten her, and then this happens. Guardian Belikov would be a good match for her. I blinked, not entirely sure what she was talking about. Dmitri? Guardian Belikov, she corrected sternly, still not approving my casual way of dressing him. What kind of match? I asked. She raised a brow. You haven't heard? She's asked him to be her guardian, since she doesn't have one. I felt like I'd been punched again. But he's assigned here to Lissa. Arrangements can be made, and regardless of the Ozero reputation, she's still royal. If she pushes, she can get her way. I stared bleakly into space. Well, I guess they are friends and everything. More than that, or possibly could be. Bam! Punched again. What? Oh, she's interested in him. By my mother's toe, it was clear that romantic matters actually held no interest for her. She's willing to have Dampier children, so it's possible they may eventually make an arrangement if he were to be her guardian. Oh my god. Time froze. My heart stopped beating. What?
Yikes, that's sad.
Yikeroonies. So then, like, Rose, like, kicks her mom out, and it's, the strife between them. So, ski trip happens. Rose decides she's going to date Mason. Love that for her. Just kidding. Um, Mason gets hurt skiing, and Rose blames herself for it, and as she's putting away their equipment, she meets Adrian Ivashkov. I've been waiting for this man to show up. Apparently, there's like a huge ship war between Rose and Dimitri and Rose and Adrian.
I'm still Team Dimitri, but we'll see how it goes.
We're still to Team Dimitri. Let's see what Adrian brings to the table. Okay, Adrian hits on Rose, then Mia comes by and slut shames her for just talking to a guy.
Rose can't catch a freaking break around anybody.
No. Okay, I got this quote. Rose only hangs out with guys and psychopaths, said Mia. Her voice carried the usual scorn she harbored for me, but there was a look on her face that showed Adrian had clearly caught her interest. Well, he said cheerfully, since I'm both a psychopath and a guy, that explained why we're such good friends. So Rose just blows Adrian off and is like, I don't know you. We're not friends. Goodbye.
And then but I am intrigued.
I am intrigued. Next day, Rose goes to find Lissa. She's with Christian and Tasha as they practice offensive magic. Then afterwards, they meet up with Mason. Turns out Mia's telling everyone that Rose got drunk with Adrian. What the fuck is Mia's problem? I do not get it.
Where did that even come from?
You saw them talking for like 30 seconds and then you just tell everyone she's fucking them?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so Lissa and Christian have to go to this luncheon, so Mason and Rose are on their own. They go ski, and then the novices get into a snowball fight, and then Mason and Rose kiss. I got the quote in love. But then, not even 2 paragraphs later, Rose is dreaming about Adrian. Boyo, what are you doing?
You know, this girl is all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. So they're dream sharing, and then Lissa wakes Rose up to tell her there's been another Strigoi attack. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So Rose and Lissa go to Janine's room where the Guardians are working up a plan. So this is what happened. 8 Moroi had been killed along with their 5 Guardians. 3 Moroi were missing, either dead or torn to Strigoi. The attack hadn't really happened near where they're staying at in Idaho. It had actually been somewhere in Northern California. Oh shit. And then Rose realizes that Mia's mother was killed in this attack. I thought both of her parents worked for these people.
I did too, but maybe her dad like wasn't working right then or something. Maybe. It's only her mom though. And I get the vibe that Mia doesn't like her dad. I don't know.
So there's a big meeting, lots of stupid ideas are thrown around, until Tasha presents the idea of learning offensive magic.
I love, before this though, one of the bitches says, why aren't more Dampier women being guardians? It's their fault. And she's like, we do so much for them. They're only alive because of us. And Tasha's like, fuck off. Who even are you?
I know. God,
there was some good girl power right there. I like that.
Yeah, girl boss energy. Okay, so chaos breaks out. Rose and Dimitri live together. They get into a little spat over girl boss Tasha. And then Adrian shows off, and Rose just like skips off with him, and then immediately runs into Lissa, Christian, Mason, Eddie Castile, and Mia, all like whispering to each other, and they get big weird for a hot second, but immediately blows over so they can all go swimming together in the hotel pool. So they all go swimming, they talk about the meeting, they get drunk in the hot tub. Why are these minors always drunk?
That's how it be, man.
Not my minor life.
In my minor life, I was wasted all the time.
I did not consume an alcoholic beverage until I was in college.
Man.
Anyways, so Rose stumbles into the bathroom, but on the way, she walks into these two guys arguing about, like, the Strigoi problem. Rose breaks it up, but she's still super drunk, and her and Mason get in an argument, and then she wanders off, finds Adrian, they talk, then Lissa shows off, and you're like, Adrian's a creep. Also, I think he might be a spirit user.
Hmm.
Okay, so they all head back, and Mia and Rose start talking. Mia wants to learn offensive magic. So Rose makes up with Mason. She wants to hook up, but he says no because she's drunk. Good.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. The next day, Adrian sends Rose a bunch of perfume, and she only keeps one of them because he was like, "Oh, you smell good," and she's like, "I'm not even wearing deodorant. You're fucking weird."
I have been sweating from the slopes, my guy.
Yeah, you're a stinky man. Okay, so she takes the whole box of the reject perfumes to Adrian's room to give it back to her. But then Lissa is there, and we don't really find out why Lissa was there. And then Dimitri shows up, and he's like, "What are you girls doing here?" And makes them leave. And then we get an update on the Strigoi group. They're possibly in Spokane, Washington, which is really, I guess, really close to where they are in Idaho. So Tasha comes by and flirts with Dimitri, and Rose gets really pissy about it. And Dimitri's just like, "Yeah, you stop acting like a child." So she's just like, whatever. Then she finds Mason. They go up to her room. She gives him the lowdown. Mason wants to run off and fight these Strigoi right now, which is big stupid.
Yeah.
But then they just like switch gears and start getting hot and heavy.
It's a roller coaster, I tell you.
Yeah. So they start getting hot and heavy, but Rose is like ends it because she's thinking of Dimitri the whole time and doesn't think it's right to hook up with Mason while thinking of someone else. And like that's valid, but also you are playing this boy's emotions big time.
I know, because it's like she's trying to figure out what she feels, but here she like she knows Mason is head over heels for her, so it is kind of unfair.
Yeah. So he storms off. And then, anyway, so Christian and Lissa get in a big fight because Christian hears about how Lissa was with Adrian. So we won't go with her to the big dinner that night. So Rose goes with Lissa. And Rose wears that culturally insensitive dress that Tasha got her.
We're not talking about.
We're not talking about it. God, so 2007. Okay. Lissa comes up with a bunch of really good ideas on how to train Moroi to protect themselves, and then Rose gets roped into a conversation with Adrian. Like, it's a very chill conversation. They're just, like, standing next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Janine rolls up, all mad at Rose for talking to Adrian, and drags her out, basically calls her a whore, and then storms off.
She's projecting. She's projecting hard.
And, like, Rose realizes her mom is projecting, but it's just like, because her mom was only 20 when she had Rose, and Rose is 17. And she's just like, yeah, that is kind of young to have kids. So,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Rose goes and stands on the balcony outside. Dimitri comes out. They have this bonding moment. And Rose tells Dimitri he should take up Tasha's offer and become her guardian/lover. And then Rose goes to end things with Mason officially.
She's like, I'm gonna act like an adult. You do the thing that's good for you, and I'll suffer.
Yeah.
I'm being selfless.
But then, Mason, Eddie, and Mia ran off to fight the Strigoi in Spokane. Oh no.
Oopsies.
What if it's not pronounced Spokane? What is about? I think it's pronounced Spoken.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Spokane.
I'm gonna Google it right now. So Rose goes and gets Christian to help her, and then they get out of the resort and they go after the other three. Like it's a whole like montage of them trying to get like to find the others. And so
Yeah.
they find the other three at this mall, which apparently this is where Mr. Goy was supposed to be. Okay,
But they're not there.
no, it's spoken. Hold on.
Ugh, I
Hold
hate
on.
that. Spokane. I won't say it. You can keep looking it up, but I won't say it any different.
Like, hold on. I gotta pull it up on the Wikipedia. Hold on. This is. I 100% thought it was Spokane, but the Wikipedia's saying it's spoken.
Well, they're wrong.
Listen.
Spokane.
Spokane. Spokane. Okay. So anyway,
We'll say it's a regional thing. We say Spokane here in the Midwest.
it's based off of the spoken tribe, so it's spoken. Um, so okay,
Alright,
so they
fair.
find so the Pan and the Strigoi were like hiding at this mall, and so they're just like whatever. But Christian really wants to explore these abandoned tunnels. They have time to kill before the next bus back. So what do, everyone? They explore the fucking abandoned tunnels.
Of course they fucking do.
And so they go down there and they're like, and this is probably just, it's like nothing's here. And then I was starting to agree with the boring assessment when we passed some black writing on one of the walls. I stopped and looked at it. It was a list of letters. DBCOTDVLDZSI. Some had lines and X marks next to them, but for the most part, the message was incoherent. Mia noticed my scrutiny. It's probably a janitor thing, she said, or maybe some gang did it. Probably, I said, still studying it. The others shifted restlessly, not understanding my fascination with the jumble of letters. I didn't understand my fascination either, but something in my head tugged at me to stay. Then I got it. B for Badika, Z for Zeklos, I for Ivashkov.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This was like it couldn't have been a poem or something. It was literally like DBCOTDVLDZSI.
It is kind of dumb.
I know. Okay, so Rose makes them all leave right then and there. Good. Very happy. But then on their way from the mall to the bus station, they get lost and then they get kidnapped. And Rose, the idiot, thinks it's just like a human serial killers, but no, it ends up being Strigoi goons. So they get like,
but they are human.
Yeah, they are human. But they take him to like this house, and then two Strigoi come in, Isaiah and who's an old, like a very ancient Strigoi, and then Elena, a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like playing these like Saw mind games, basically pitting Christian and Mia against each other. So one will become Strigoi and the other dinner, and also they have to kill and feed off the other Dampiers there. And Isaiah's just like, I'm gonna also feed off of one of you. And then Rose just like offers herself up. But Isaiah says no and feeds off of Eddie. 24 hours pass. Rose dream shares with Adrian, and Rose tries to tell Adrian where she is, but wakes up before she can fully say, man.
Mm-hmm. Oopsie.
Rose slips into Lissa's head. They've been like interrogating Lissa, like, where did they go? And Lissa's like, I don't know.
Fuck if I know, dude.
Yeah. So Adrian's talking to Lissa, and guess what, everyone? Adrian's a spirit user, and he's trying to convince Lissa to stop taking her meds to improve her powers. And Rose is like, I don't have time to deal with this. So Rose comes up with a plan to get Christian to use his magic. So Christian tells the guards he's gonna feed off of Rose so they can unbind him. So Christian like makes out with the side of Rose's neck and then like melts her plastic cuffs off.
Because that's the best way to do that.
Yeah, I guess. Then Rose and Christian disarm and lock up the guards. They take the gun, and then it's breakout time. But then, as they're about to leave, Mason and Rose end up facing off against Isaiah and Lena, and Rose gets taken, but makes Mason get everyone out, so everyone gets out. But then, Mason comes back and unloads his full gun into the Isaiah's chest, but Strigoi are immortal, so then Isaiah just fucking breaks his neck. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's pretty horrifying.
It's like ridiculous. Okay. So then Rose like Mia like comes back in and like shatters like the fish tank. Stupid. And then Rose like finds a sword. I do not know where she found this sword. Could not tell you. And then just like cuts Elena's head off. And then she cuts off Isaiah's head. And then she just like lays down with Mason's body until the Guardians arrive. Dimitri finds her and carries her out. They fly back to the academy, and her mom holds her while she breaks down.
And we have decided that it had to have been at least a few hours before
Yeah.
they got there, so she was laying with his body for a couple hours.
Yeah, and like a dissociative state. Yikes.
Ew.
So like a week goes by, and Rose gets her Molnia marks for killing two Strigoi, even though she's not a full guardian yet. I was right about that stone being an evil eye. It's the one that Rose's dad gave her mom. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Lissa and Rose go to Rose's room, and there's like multiple bouquets from Adrian because he's into her. And it turns out Adrian is spending the next semester on campus to learn how to control his power. And Lisa did not go off her meds, everyone.
Woohoo!
We love that. So, I'm not gonna read this quote. Basically, it's a quote about how it might be a thing where Lissa's not depressed because Rose was depressed, and like Rose takes away Lissa's depression, like literally.
Yeah,
But she's
we're
just
not sure how true that is yet, or
because
if
she's like,
that's a thing.
yeah, Rose is just like, that can't be a thing. I feel like it's gonna be a thing, everyone.
I feel like I've read a book before.
Yeah. Okay. So Rose goes to see Dimitri, and he says she will someday mentally heal from the battle, but it's gonna be a long road because killing someone's rough.
Yeah, even if it is a Strigoi.
Yeah. Then Dimitri turned down Tasha's offer because he's in love with Rose.
Oh.
And then, okay, this is the ending of the book. Because it's wrong for us to be together. Yes. Because of the age difference. Yes. But more importantly, because we're going to be Lissa's guardians and need to focus on her, not each other. Yes. I thought about this for a moment and looked straight in his eyes. Well, I said at last, the way I see it, we aren't Lissa's guardians yet. I sealed myself for the next response. I knew I was going to be it was going to be one of those Zen life lessons. Something about inner strength and perseverance, about how the choices we made today were templates for the future, or some other nonsense. Instead, he kissed me. Time stopped as he reached out and cupped my face between his hands. He brought his mouth down and brushed it against my lips. It was barely a kiss at first, but soon increased, becoming heady and deep. Then he finally pulled away. It was to kiss my forehead. His lips He left his lips there for several seconds as his arms held me close. I wish the kiss could have gone forever. Breaking the embrace, he ran a few fingers through my hair and down my neck. He stepped back toward the door. I'll see you later, Rosa. At our next practice, I asked. We were starting those up again, I mean. You still have things to teach me. Standing in the doorway, he looked over at me and smiled. Yes, lots of things.
Is that a sex thing?
Maybe.
Ugh.
Okay, love. I don't really want to read any of these quotes, to be honest with you.
I don't really either.
Okay, so Rose and Dimitri, like how like tender they are with each other. I love to see it.
Yeah, they vibe. We get it.
Like just like the fact that she was trying to hide like her black eye from him, and then like he like tentatively touches her little facey wacy.
Oh, cute.
Aww. Rose and Mason, Rip Mason. Um, he was a good guy.
I, I thought you said something else. Never mind.
What did you say?
It's fine.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said whipped Mason, like he's whipped to her.
Also that, but rest in peace and Mason. Peace and love, peace and love.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Yeah. Rose and Adrian, dream sharing. I've read a book or two. That's some soulmate shit.
Could be.
Could be. We don't know. We literally don't know.
We just straight up don't know.
Yeah. Theme park. I don't think with your cooter. Why did I say cooter? God.
Oof. I hated that.
I meant to say don't think with your coochie. Coochie's better than cooter.
Either one works, but
Cooter feels. You know what cooter feels, Haley? It feels
no.
time period accurate.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's probably the only theme of this book.
Yeah. Okay. Representation station. There's like definite class inequality. Rose talks a lot about how she doesn't have any money, so she can't like afford all the stuff she wanted.
Yeah, I was just thinking of something else. Oh, what Tasha was saying about the Dampier women. I feel like
Yeah.
that was really cool. Because she was like, basically, we don't do fucking anything for them. Their population is dwindling. Clearly, we aren't pumping enough babies out. Like, and so it's just like how it kind of brought light to how they treat the Dampiers. Like, it's not bad, but it's also not, definitely they aren't equals, you know?
Yeah, and how basically you're told you're a whore if you want to raise your kids. And then a lot of times
Right.
it's very much shown that Dampier women are being abused by their Moroi counterparts.
Yeah, and not their want to do that. It's the men oftentimes take advantage of those women because they have very little.
Yeah,
Things.
and also because the Dampier women are treated like mistresses. Because they basically are. Because the Moroi men are marrying Moroi women, but then have their Dampier, like, side piece. I don't like how I said that.
Well, it's fine.
Okay. So that brings us to the slut shaming.
Yes.
Just everyone calls Rose a whore constantly. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of sex. Just like she's not even having
she's
sex.
not even having sex. I know. So I feel like her mom slut shaming her is very much her projecting of like her own mistakes, and like she hasn't been there for Rose ever, so like she doesn't know how to fucking raise a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She can't just say don't make the mistakes I did or whatever. She just has to be cryptic and weird about it. And then Mia slut shaming her is just because she has nothing else to be rude to Rose about.
Would you say Mia might also be projecting? Because Mia has
true.
slept with a couple people. And I'm not saying Mia's a slut. I've probably slept with the same amount of people that Mia has. True.
But maybe she is projecting, like, maybe she doesn't want to have slept with as many people as she has, so she's projecting her negative feelings about that.
I also just hate the term blood whore. Really don't like it.
I know. We didn't get as much of it this book as we did last book, but they were more alluding to it than
I'm pretty sure if Rose and Adrian end up together, it's going to be like a whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Does this book hold up? It's not super dated, but there are things that definitely do date it. There's some allusions to texting because Dimitri messages Rose, but they don't have any cell phones. Cell phones do not exist.
Right.
Yeah. Belly button rings, a big plot point.
A big plot point this book in the dream sharing sections.
Yeah, we're really not going to get into the fashion so much because I do have like a whole thing about fashion, but it was rough. I have compiled here for Haley some fashion trends from 2007, 2008. So I'm just going to read.
Iconic. Lots of layers, lots of stripes, lots of scarves. Yeah. Lots of vests. That's all you need to know.
The top 10 worst fashion trends of 2008. Jaunty caps, sunglasses at night, fanny packs, gladiator sandals, leggings. Okay, we still wear leggings. So I think they're specifically talking about capri leggings, which are a sin.
which are a sin.
Celebrity perfumes, high waisted jeans. I still love me a high waisted jean. Ugg boots, crop tops. Crop tops are still in. And the ubiquitous scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are jaunty caps? I don't even know what those are.
Like a fun little hat.
Oh, those are still kind of in. Not the
Yeah.
kinds of hats that they were wearing, but
Yeah. Foam wedges, these little
ugh.
vests. And then I really want to go through 7 Trends in 7 Days. I don't know what magazine this is from, but wow. Stars show off new style tricks every day of the week. Silver jazzes up anything. This is someone, I don't know who,
Victoria Beckham.
Victoria Beckham, I guess, wearing like a silver metallic tank top, white jeans, and like pointy silver high heels.
Let's
Uh,
and they are low rise white
yeah,
jeans, and
yeah.
they're not really boot cut, but they're
They're
not
straight
skinny.
leg. They're straight
They're
leg.
straight leg jeans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Short jackets are stylish cover ups. Like those short little cropped little jackets. I think those are making a bit of a comeback though.
They are, but with high waisted pants, not with
What
fucking low rise
yeah.
skinny jeans.
And
This
like
is
they're like
an atrocity.
and they're like more of the cropped look and not like the nipple length cover up.
Right. They're like purposely cropped with long sleeves, not
Whatever this
shrunken
was.
jackets.
Blunt bangs play up cheekbones. In this picture, I don't know. Heidi Klum
Heidi
is
Klum.
wearing bell bottoms and a big
I
chunky
think they're
belt,
just wide. They're like wide legs,
I
wide leg
guess.
bell bottoms, which is a look for
Yeah.
sure.
A-lines help tame a tummy while showing Hillary Duff a size 2.
Yeah, skinny as fuck no matter what. Also, A lines fugly
Yeah,
for dresses like that.
yeah. Scoop neck tees are sexy. You know what I think is making this look sexy? The fact that it's Naomi Campbell and I can see her nipples.
Yeah, I think that is what makes it sexy, and her like collarbones are showing.
Yeah, you could not catch me in a scoop neck. A boat neck could not catch me in one.
Uh-uh. You know what I have found that I used to be so opposed to is square neck shirts.
No, I could not.
It's different. It hits different.
No. Okay. Self tanner lengthens legs.
Pam Anderson.
And like I kind of am glad that this book does not feature like a lot of like self tanning because I know in the Click books there was a lot of self tanning.
Ugh. I like a good self tanner when I want to look like I am alive and I don't want to like get skin cancer, but also
You're
don't
also
want to be
like
orange.
naturally like a little more olive tone than I am.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
look like weird when I do it. I don't look
no,
orange.
I would I've have you ever seen me tan?
I don't think so.
I think the last time I was tan I was like in 6th grade. I will find a picture. Um I wear like the lightest shade of foundation always. So, self tanner lengthens legs. I don't need that. And then frame bags add vintage flair. I don't know who this is of. Oh,
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes. Is she relevant anymore? No. She's wearing a maxi dress with the stretchy top and it's strapless.
This is the only one that like is acceptable. If I was going to
Yeah.
the beach, not that I ever would, hate the beach, but I would wear something like this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You couldn't catch me dead in any of these other outfits.
No. Like maybe the silver jazzes up everything outfit, but with high waisted white jeans.
And maybe
No, that's it.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't do it.
Okay. Night of the Living Author. Do we have anything to say to Rochelle?
No, I think this week it was better. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's just because I'm used to it now
Mm-hmm.
or because it was just
Mm-hmm.
in general not as egregious of a
Mm-hmm.
book. I don't know.
That's valid. Yeah. Okay, rate that book. Scale 1 to 10. A solid 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. What did I give it last week? A 6?
I don't know. I think I gave like last week like a 6.5, 5.5. I'd have to go listen, but it was definitely better. It's definitely 7 territory.
Yeah, this is 7 territory, but out of 5, still 3.
Yeah. How believable was the magic? I don't really know if Richelle herself knows what's up.
I feel like we just need to hammer out some rules about spirit users because what's up? What's up?
I feel like it's supposed to be like every elemental magic user has like a different abilities and things they're able to do. But like maybe you should be upfront about that.
Right. It's because it's just a little ambiguous right now.
Yeah, a little ambiguous. Would we let our middle school selves read this book? No.
Probably not.
Hard no.
Late 8th grade, maybe.
Definitely at 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Been checking my audio this whole time. It looks like we're good to go. We
Hell
love to
yeah.
see that. Catch us next week with Shadow Kiss Book 3 in Vampire Academy. We're reading all of Vampire Academy. It's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to it.
I accidentally read a major spoiler. Love to see that.
Could you tell me what the spoiler relates to without giving me the
I
content?
could not tell you what the spoiler relates to.
Or
like it's
in
like
terms of Rose's relationship, or no?
like
Someone
the spoiler
dies?
is so out of left field that like if I even hinted at it, you would either one not know what the fuck I'm talking about, or two be like, how does that happen? Because I'm also just like, how does that happen? It has something to
Okay.
do with Lissa.
Okay, I'm gonna go speed read now. Talk to you later.
Literally, it's we could really just sit down one weekend and read all these books, but we're not.
Probably.
Alrighty, this was our quick little re-record episode going up soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Also, wait, we might have merch soon. Come back for that.
Oh yeah, on Redbubble.
Yeah, we'll make announcements here and on our Instagram and Twitter. Okay, bye.